Hey guys, today's video will be about Lost Ark and we will be answering the question, should you play Lost Ark in 2022? So as you know, this game was released in 2019 in Korea and was a huge success. Initially it only had 200k active players, but because the game was so good, people talked about it and more people joined, and today we have 500k players in Lost Ark in Korea. And as I predicted, the similar thing happened here in EU release. We have 532,000 peak players, and the game isn't even out yet for the free-to-play player base. So I expect there will be around 1.2 million players during the free-to-play release. And I tested the game for about 5 hours, and it's very nice. The gameplay is not boring. You need to pay attention to what you're doing, but it's very simplified. There are only 8 skills and a dodge button, and you get up once you get CC'd once for a 30-second cooldown. So there's nothing complicated. The complicated part will come in the end-game raids, but you will be prepared because everything else is a tutorial basically. So just by playing the game, you'll be familiar with the game. There's nothing complicated. I don't believe people saying this is like a hardcore game that you need to be pro to play, etc. That's nonsense. This game is definitely playable by anyone. And as for the hard content in the in-game raids, sure, you need to clear them to get the best gear, but it's not necessary. If you don't want to clear it, you can just avoid it. It's a it's a game that rewards your time. If you play daily, you will be rewarded, and if you miss dailies, you also get a rest bonus, which means that you will get more rewards the next time you do it because you missed dailies. So everything has been well thought of. The game rewards your time and also gives you second chances if you miss dailies, etc. So there's nothing to be worried about. This is a game that will be popular for around 5 years maybe. Definitely dominate in 2022, as we can see with the massive numbers it has currently, with 532k players with the Founders Pack launch, which means that these are the players who bought the game between 15 euros or 99 euros. So it is even better than New World because this just launched and it's already bigger than New World was. On Twitch there are 1.2 million viewers, which is huge. Amazon did a great job at collaborating with content creators to deliver the game into the West, and everything's going smooth. Now about the servers. There's only 8 servers currently. I was stuck in the queue for around 2 hours, and because of a bug we couldn't play for 1 hour, and then was unlocking the game for another hour and around 2 to 3 hours in the queue. So I'm playing on the server Tyrann. If you want to join me, I made a guild called Kingsbane. You can join my Discord to join it. And this advertisement apart, if you don't have anyone to join, I recommend the server Tyrann. It's English speaking. I didn't see any other language. Only two guys, one guy speaking French, another German, and another Turkish. Only 3 people speaking foreign languages, and everybody else was speaking English. So I went there because it was 70% English and because Kadan and Zidnerville were completely full because all the guilds went there. So Terrain also has a large queue, around 8,000 in the peak time, but for all the servers in the night time when nobody's playing, there will be no queue. So you can just join in and try it. Next, when the game goes free to play, all these servers will be oversaturated, so I hope Amazon you have a plan to make new servers ready at the free to play launch, because otherwise we're screwed. But now the response from Amazon concerning the servers is faster this time. They're not stuck like in New World, so I think they can handle it. Smilegate developers are very serious developers. They've been dominating the Korean market for around 3 years, and that's all. This is a very good launch. So the Russian players who are playing on the Mail.ru server will also come to join the European servers, and this game is a guaranteed success, so there's nothing to worry about. Now that you've seen the numbers, everything else, concerning the gameplay, as you can see, it's an ARPG, so you have the top side view like in Diablo. But don't worry, the graphics are nice and you can zoom in your character when it's necessary. This choice of making the game like this from above view is purely for gameplay purposes because uh, as you notice there's a high FPS. If there was 3D, I'm not sure it would be so high. And second, it's just the gameplay. You can just fight many mobs together, and it's that's it. It's a fast-paced game, so like League of Legends, if you're familiar with it. And from what I see, this game took all the elements of other games that work in order to create a unique game, which basically is merging everything that works in other games, like the MMORPG raids, the Blade and Soul arenas, 3 versus 3, everything that worked. They just took it all, got inspired by it, and just created a game which has all the good stuff from other games. So this is overall a very strong game that anybody can enjoy, and it's a game worth playing because it will have a brilliant future in 2022. I checked if there's anything else coming out. There's literally nothing. We will have to wait 2023 for any big multiplayer games to come out. So 2022 will be a year where Lost Ark dominates, and everything else is just single player games. Concerning the big streamers, everybody ditched their main game like Final Fantasy or World of Warcraft to play this game as their main game, so it tells you that they are ready to play this game long term. Next, concerning graphics, it reminds me of Lineage 2, same art, and I like that game. And for the character designs, we have like 15 classes right now. There will be 7 more coming in the future. And we have the base patch with quality changes. So to level up, for example, you just need to do your story quests and you're good to go. You won't be stuck doing grindy, not fun stuff for long because 10 hours is all you need to get level 50, when the max level. And apparently, from what the devs said, they are trying to make the boring parts skippable so that you can focus on the fun parts, which they refer to as Tier 3, which is when you will start playing the game seriously and where the skill will matter basically. So Tier 1 and 2 will be kind of speedrun tutorial, and Tier 3 big fights, and you need to learn mechanics of the raids. Concerning Guild vs. Wars, I notice there's a stronghold that you can conquer, and it apparently gives code. I don't have many details about it. And overall, this is a very strong game. It has PvP content, PvE content. Graphics are good, the animations are brilliant. The game is very fluid, it doesn't have any lag. Even in big battles, I don't think it will lag. You should have above 60 FPS at all times, because the game as launched was DirectX 11 for the EU version. So overall, very optimized game. If you have a strong machine, you will be happy to see that your game doesn't lag, which is something new in recent years because all the games recently were not optimized, and I'm just out-tabbing here, by the way. So overall, I recommend this game 10 out of 10, and Amazon publisher is a very good marketing, is doing very good marketing. The players have been waiting for this game for 3 years, ever since it launched. Nobody was really taking Russian version seriously because it was managed by Mail.ru, And everybody knows it's a garbage publisher, so they didn't bother. They just tested the game there. And now that Amazon and Smilegate are working together in EU release, everybody's coming here. Next, so by the numbers, you can see that it's a success. People are saying the hype will go down or it will end like New World with everybody leaving the game. But I don't think so. Why? Because simply in Korea that didn't happen. This is not a new game like New World was. The only reason why New World failed was because of bugs and well, problems developer side. So that's it. Also, it was a new genre of game and nothing. Well, it was a game that didn't know what it wanted to do, but Lost Ark knows what it wants to do, and you have 3 years worth of content. So don't worry about it. Also, it's free to play. I recommend buying at least the bronze pack if you want to play 3 days earlier and have a nice pet and 30 days premium, just for the starters to help. And otherwise, just wait for the free to play release and hopefully Amazon gets more servers already or increases the size of the current ones so that we can actually play the game. I'm very worried about what will happen during the weekend. Uh, Hopefully Amazon has learned from New World and will fix the queue times as fast as they can. Next, there's a difference between Korea and Europe. The art direction, for example, there are more diversity in European release and a bit of censorship, but nothing too drastic, only for the basic outfits. And that's it, I guess. And finally, the voice acting in English, it's not cringe like it usually is, so that's better. Although sometimes it's not that good, but it's bearable. The English voice lines are okay. You will not be, will not find it cringe, so don't worry. Localization is good, translation is done well, and you can tell that this game was made to succeed. A lot of effort has been put in, and it is starting to pay off. So yes, definitely start playing Lost Ark. If you want to join me, come on to server Terrain. Everybody's speaking English there almost, and the queue times for now are not as terrible as on Zinnerva or Kadan. They have like 15k players in the queue. We had like 4k, so. But all of this can change with the free-to-play release if they do not open new servers, but hopefully they will open them. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I know some of you don't like this view, but honestly, there's nothing else coming out. So it's either play your old games, some of them with no future, like Conqueror's Blade, or just play this new game and enjoy. That's how it is. And like I said, if you want to join me, I made a guild called Kingsbane. For now, it has 30 spots, and it will definitely grow. Personally, I will be playing this game only as my main multiplayer game, and I want to become the best player in this game, and we'll see what happens. Let's go.